Time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? 2021 is here. A lot of stuff happening.
Outrageous Fun. Season 3.
What's up, everybody?
What up?
How we doing, man?
It's good, dude. It's good.
It's good. That's
It's
how
good.
we're doing. It's
good.
Yeah, all right.
Dude,
It
it's
is good.
It was a beautiful fucking day today.
Today was beautiful. The whole weekend was beautiful.
Yeah.
Are we back in good weather country?
I think we are back in
We
good
are.
weather country.
Before we say that, before we get everybody all hyped up for good weather, let's make sure the forecast for the next 5 days is an ass.
I know
82 on Wednesday.
I know.
79 tomorrow. Looks like a good
I
forecast.
do know
to me.
you hate when I talk about the silent disco, but it's like 100% gonna rain on Saturday.
Oh, is it on
Which
Saturday?
fucking blows, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's not great, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, it just went down.
Okay.
It started with rain on Saturday, and then I swiped it, and it went away.
Fucking A.
Right when you said rain,
It's gonna be a great week,
The
dude.
rain
It's gonna be a great week.
went away.
Dude,
That's crazy. Oh, then, whatever. It keeps coming back. It's going away. It's coming back. Whatever. It's
come
30%.
on, gods. Let it happen.
Dude, you can't do a silent disco in the rain, right? They're gonna cancel that shit.
I feel like if anything, it would electrocute you, kind of thing. You have the.
Does that happen? Battery powered headphones aren't gonna shock you, are they? You don't know enough about electricity to make that call.
Neither do you to make sure that
100%.
call that it won't happen.
You're right.
Neither
Touche.
of us.
Touche.
I honestly, yeah. I
That's a
would
good
err on
point.
the side that it would electrocute you, maybe a little bit.
I feel like it can't. Frankie knows.
Frankie's an electricity guy.
Frankie, what's up with batteries? They can't electrocute you.
If you had a headphone
That's a serious
on-
question. Frankie smiled, but
Lick a battery.
no, okay.
Lick a Devo. A Devo.
No, but if you're wearing headphones that have batteries in them and it rains,
Silent
are you
disco
gonna
headphones.
fucking get zapped? Is my question. Okay.
All right, then it's on like Donkey
There
Kong,
it's
baby.
on like Donkey Kong.
It's on.
We've done it in the rain, I feel like, or snow at least. We've done it in the snow.
Have we done it in the
We've
snow?
done it. Yeah, we have done it in the snow. We've done a. It sounds so naughty what I'm saying, but we have done a silent disco in the snow.
I think it was just winter.
No, it was snowing.
All right, fuck it. It was snowing.
It snowed.
So,
I stand by
but
that.
yeah, the weather's been sick.
Weather's been amazing.
And
Great
summer's
weekend.
here. We had our first real weekend in Long Beach, I feel, which was
Yeah.
nice to just show up to your spot and
was
you're right
great.
on the beach, and
It was a huge upgrade.
it was a big upgrade from Roslyn,
Oh yeah.
Joe's Old Town, which is a small suburb.
It's
town.
it's a suburban equivalent of a nursing home, I would say, the energy there. Got my security deposit back today, by the way, from Roslyn. Dude, the amount of money. So Frankie was there. Frankie knows what the apartment looked like when we left. The only big concern, I left the TV bolted into the wall because the holes in the TV from the thing were like you could stick your arm through them. It was bad. But it wasn't my fault. The wall was fucked up. But anyway.
Did you
Frankie's
take it off and then
asshole's out.
see it and then put it back up?
I took it off, yeah, and
And
I
you
was
were
like,
like,
no,
that's a no-go.
and I put
Yeah.
it back. I was like, I'll give him the TV. So I left the TV. So I knew I was gonna get fucked for that. I scrubbed the fridge squeaky clean.
And your fridge was disgusting.
It was gross. I took everything out. I cleaned everything. It was spotless. Looked brand new. They charged me $50 because I didn't clean the fridge. They charged me $20 for not cleaning the sink. It's like $20. What do you mean? The sink is self-cleaning. The sink is self-cleaning. There's water running through it. One would say constantly. It's the sink. What do you mean you
$20?
charge me $20 for
Well, what else did they bang you for?
not scrubbing, not literally cleaning the floor? I was like, do you want me to do something more than broom, like sweep and mop? Was there something was Was I supposed to
Was
regrout the
were you
tile?
supposed to gloss?
Yeah.
Get
Was
some
I supposed
gloss?
to refinish the fucking wood?
How much was that?
$30.
How is
Each floor was $30. Every room was $30 per floor.
I was gonna say if the floor was 30 and the sink is 20, their fucking addition's fucked up.
The shower doors, $30 for not cleaning the shower doors. I was like, what are we doing here?
I mean,
For not cleaning the toilet, which it was clean, because there's water running through it, and I didn't leave a
all
shit
right,
in
just
it.
for devil's advocate, just because things are have water running through them doesn't automatically make them.
Yeah, but I
clean.
scrubbed
gonna
the,
have to
I
agree with
scrubbed
you
this
on
shit. I agree with you. 100%.
That
But,
also
like,
had running water, always clean.
but how could you tell me? How could you prove I didn't clean the sink? Like, if I
Did you
scrubbed,
clean the sink?
yeah, it was clean. It was fucking. I rubbed it down. Like, what did you want me to fucking like bleach it? How would you know if I bleached it?
They just
You
went
know?
around and I'll
They
say
charged
this.
me for every single thing.
How
to
much
clean
did you
every
get back?
I still got a decent amount back.
Okay.
They only charged us. They charged us $985 off of the, like,
Off the deposit.
off the deposit. So we got a good amount back. But like the shit they were charging us for was like nuts.
Did
They
you
charged
call
us-
up?
No, dude, I'm not about to argue that shit. I was happy to get anything back. I'm honestly shocked they gave it to us back. I almost got evicted like 4 times for smoking weed.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was getting shit back. You know? So I was happy, but you're going to give me an itemized list. You better have like a little explanation. Can't just be like, didn't clean the sink, didn't clean the closet, I'm like, bitch, I cleaned everything. What you talking
There's
about?
running water in that
I
closet,
gave you a TV.
assholes.
I gave you a TV. You to counter my fucking, you to deduct that from my shit? I gave you a goddamn television. You're welcome. Gave you a broom. Oh, I did leave a broom. But okay, you're welcome. It's free.
Damn,
Yeah. So, but we're cool. Me and Matt got some money back.
that's
Pumped about
legit.
it.
You got a
Pumped
little bit.
about it. Yeah. But yeah, we had a sick weekend. For the most part, we had a sick weekend.
The weekend was pretty dope. So we're trying to do some new stuff called just highs and lows. What was the high and low of your week? Me and Joe had a shared low.
We had a share. Do we start with our lows or do we start with the high?
You always start with the low because then you end with the high.
Okay. I think we should start with our high this week only
Okay.
because our low is shared.
Sure.
You know,
well,
we can-
my high is actually shared with you also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, so then start with the low. Fuck.
Sure. So we went out on Saturday in Long Beach.
Yeah.
And we went to a party. Fun to be at a party. We were fucking hanging out. Jasmine was there looking sick.
Yeah, we brought
Princess
Dylan's
Pup.
puppy. She was cute as fuck. She was such a little slut. She was running around flirting with
She
everybody.
was running around flirting with anyone.
Yeah, she was
Also, public disclaimer announcement: if you see Jasmine in the future, you got to support her belly. Mad people at the party are trying to picking her up, but just by her rib cage. You see that big tough belly? Support that shit. She's a lady.
In their defense, they were blacked out.
Fair.
Everybody at the party was so fucked up. They kept picking up Jasmine. She was like leaping out of their hands in midair, and I was just like, fuck, shit.
Our friend Shannon tried to pick her up, and it was like, "Have you ever touched a dog before?" Like the way
And she was like, no, I've never held a dog. I was like, yeah,
her
we can
hands were
tell.
so awkward, like holding this dog. But we come home, order so much Chinese food,
Yeah, it was so good.
watch a movie, go to sleep.
What
and-
movie did we watch?
The last,
The Good Guys.
The Good Guys. Great
Great
film.
movie.
Great movie. I was
Phenomenal
cracking
movie.
up. And
then-
so then we go to sleep, and me and Emily are sleeping on Joe's big wraparound couch. Me and Emily are sleeping.
Shout out to Sabrina for the couch.
Emily falls asleep during the movie, so she's knocked out cold.
She was out for easily 2 hours.
She was out for easily 2 hours. She's knocked out.
We
cold.
started the movie. She was asleep.
Yeah, I am trying to fall asleep, but like your apartment's low key kind of loud.
You can hear a lot of shit.
You
I
hear-
gotta get
there was
a
like some parties going on.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
it
but
was cool. But
I
I
felt
gotta
like
get
I was in
some,
a
like-
college dorm.
Yeah, it does give a college dorm vibe. Every once in a while, you get a whiff of like weed from like the window, and you're like, "Oh, what's up? Fun!" Like it's kind of nice.
So I'm falling asleep, and I'm just like kind of hearing parties or whatever, and I hear first a pretty loud bang.
And I heard the same bang.
And I started thinking like half asleep kind of. Like, damn, that was a pretty fucking loud bang. And like there's a lot of noise. Like I wonder if people knock on doors. I wonder what the policy is here in this like
Right.
Long Beach young adult apartment. If it's like kind of a free for all. Like you're here in Long
Yeah,
Beach living on the beach, like this is what the lifestyle is. Like
Right.
don't complain about the noise.
I'm trying to figure it out,
Or is
too.
there a line?
I think there is a line.
Is there a line?
There's
Because it was like
gotta be.
the first hit shook me to my core.
Me too. The first hit, I shook. I
There was
felt it. You
yeah,
feel
you
it.
felt it. And
The floors are pretty creaky in my place.
They are.
That's probably the big downfall of my place is it's pretty creaky. I felt that whole through my body.
Through
I
my
felt it.
body,
I
I
was
felt
like,
it.
what the fuck? Like something happened.
20 minutes
Anyway.
later.
Yeah.
Also, I felt like I was still awake at this point, so it really surprised me. 20 minutes later, another huge fucking thud.
But this was like,
This was so loud,
it was like, I felt like it was,
and I was
in the room
I
with
was
me.
positive it was in the apartment.
Yeah.
So honestly, I popped up like I had to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Like I was like someone just fucking broke in through the goddamn like window or some shit, and they're fucking in here. So I ran.
That's
like,
exactly. I was thinking window. I was like, somebody just
Somebody-
swung down on the balcony and is like robbing me.
I
and now
thought
I have
someone
to
was
kill someone.
I thought there was an intruder.
Right.
For facts, I thought that was an intruder.
100% what I thought.
I turn on the lights, and Emily's fucking face down on the floor,
In the middle of the apartment, not even near the couch.
not
Like,
near the couch.
so so we can catch up from my point of view up until this point. I'm in my bedroom. I open the door again, thinking I'm about to kick some ass. I open the door and I see it's dark, like the lights are off, and I see a body laying across the floor and Dylan hunched over it, and I'm thinking, damn, Dylan got there first and just beat someone's ass in my apartment and just knocked someone the fuck out. I'm like, holy shit, good for Dill. And then I realized it was Emily on the floor, and Dylan was just silent. Everything was silent.
Yeah.
So I was like, Dylan
I was
didn't
just
kick
a little
some ass.
confused. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was kind of slow to at first. And I was like, Emily, what's up? And she like wasn't responding.
Yeah.
Like she was like sleeping. I
Yeah.
was like, is she fucking sleepwalking right now?
That's what I was thinking. Sleep.
But then she was just like dead limp, and I was
was
like
dead.
shook her. I'm like,
Then we flipped her,
I flipped her over. I was like, what the fuck?
and she had blood all over her mouth.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit. Like honestly, I'm a horror movie guy, and I'm like, she's possessed. That's it. I've seen this before. She's about to throw up like pea soup, and we're all fucked in here. It's gonna get cold in here, and we're all fucked. That's what I was thinking.
Emily was like not giving me anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just was like, Emily, come on, Emily, wake up. Like, what the hell's going on? Wake up. And then she wasn't answering that. And I just went into like, fucking
like,
survive.
Emily!
I was like,
Emily! And she just goes, like her air just got like
Yeah.
exploded into her lungs, and she like snapped out of it.
movie level. I was stuck underwater for a Hollywood amount of time, and like you pass out underwater,
And
and
you're
someone
getting-
brings you up, you're getting the thing, and you start coughing up the water. That was the reaction she got.
Literally. And then she immediately started like coughing up. I don't know what it was. If it was liquid.
I thought
or,
it was the devil.
Or she was throwing. I thought it was the devil
Dude,
too.
honestly though, when she was starting to dry heave, I'm like, this
Yeah.
is some weird shit.
So she did start throwing up again. I'm like, we're gonna die from Satan.
The devil?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Happy summer.
Like, the
devil's here.
Welcome to your new apartment.
So I give her a napkin. She throws up in a napkin.
Right.
It wasn't the devil.
No, it wasn't the devil. It was
I get a
just
trash
Chinese
bag.
food.
It was just Chinese food.
Yeah.
I get a trash bag, and then I like drag her over to the toilet, and then she just like kind of was just like,
She was still like not really responding.
but then she snapped back into it.
Yeah, she got back.
And the story was that she woke up, and there was also Joe's L-shaped couch was there, and I like kind of blocked in the last piece of the L-shaped couch with the ottoman because the thing kept separating. So I thought she tripped over the ottoman trying to go to the bathroom.
Which would have been easily an 8-9 foot jump fall.
Yeah,
So I
it
don't know
was-
where
she-
your math was at with
Well,
that.
I was like, how the fuck did she get
It would
there?
have made sense that if she tried to climb over it and then just like, do you think that's what happened? No, I can't.
No, because she said she was like, I'm thirsty. She went to go get some water, drank some water, and then just like felt faint and like ate shit.
Yeah, she was
So, like, she
refilling the
legit
Brita.
fainted.
She fainted, yeah.
Yeah.
And so she kept saying like, "Oh, my teeth hurt. My teeth hurt."
Yeah.
And I can't believe she has a tooth left in her face.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
fainted onto a hardwood floor. Just ate it. Like ate it.
Face first.
Face first.
And just came up with like 3 hurt teeth.
yeah,
But
like-
she got them intact.
yeah, she like had like she bit her lip or whatever, but she was
bit of a stiff
fine.
neck.
Thank
Yeah, thank the Lord.
God.
dude.
Thank
That's
the
not how
Lord,
we want
not
to start
Satan.
summer 2021.
no. But
No teeth.
no, we don't. But because like my initial inkling was like this is a horror movie. Now every time, like last night, I was sleeping in my bed and I just like I hear creaks and I'm like, well, the devil's back. Like I'm like not sleeping that great now. So thanks, Emily. But so that was definitely the low.
That was the low for sure.
Thinking Emily was dead for a
Thinking
hot
Emily was
second.
dead for a hot sec. That
Yeah.
was the low.
Definitely the low. What was your
Glad
high?
she's doing okay. My high of the week was when we were at that party. I came into the bathroom and I was just going to the bathroom and there was like a full party going on. Everyone there was a little bit younger than us, which is not that big a deal, but they also were coming from like a bottomless brunch who were like just fucking obliterated. So we were like hanging out with like our friends that were like a little older or whatever, and we kind of weren't mingling with them as much. But I walked in, and some kid just randomly walked up to me and introduced himself. He's like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" Was his name Sean? That kid?
Pat.
He was like, "Hey," like
Oh, that is a good high.
so fucking random. This kid, like, no one had introduced themselves to me at all, and this kid just had to know. He was like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I'm Pat. I was like, "Oh, man, nice to meet you." I go take a piss. I come back out, and the kid was sitting in my seat outside. It was me, Joe,
Just
Emily.
wait, to paint a picture, this kid has Fiery red hair.
Fiery red hair.
Fiery
like
red hair.
6'3".
Yeah, big jacked redheaded dude. He was hilarious. He was adorable, man.
So I come out, him and Joe are blowing each other over Florida.
Oh, yeah.
They were both just like, Florida's the best, dude. Like having this, like literally blowing each other over how sick Florida
We're
is.
bonding, bro. Whatever.
It was it was for real. It was for real. And they're going back and forth like, oh, did you go to this place? Oh, did you go? And I come back into the conversation as this is happening. And the kid was just like, Joe said, like, oh, have you ever heard of like Matzah's? Did he get to Matzah's? And Joe was like, oh, what's that place on the corner? And you were both trying to think of the name. You were playing the name game.
Yeah, but there's no way someone said matzahs.
Whatever. I don't know. Remember, I've never
is
been to
it,
Florida Lauderdale.
Passover?
I don't know what it is.
Matzahs? What are we in Roslyn?
That could have been a Miami
Yeah,
club.
sure.
And Joe comes up with the name, and the kid just was like, he was like trying to think, and he just was like, yes, that was, and he had such like a live Jimmy Neutron brain blast like right in front of me. Like I could feel that it had like come out of his like deep gut.
Yeah,
like
it was the Wharf. That was the name of the place.
and I
The
called
Wharf.
that out. And then we all just started like dying laughing. And then for the next like 15 minutes, the three of us, well, the whole crew was just like fucking going back and forth. But
The best part about that whole interaction with this kid is we got so tight with him, everybody kind of left the deck except us, and we ended up all smoking a joint together.
Yeah.
And we killed this joint. Like,
yeah,
killed
it went around very quickly.
It went out super fast. We're like, whatever. So then we kind of left each other. Me and Dylan are sitting on the couch with like our friends, and he's with his friends, and he just comes out of fucking nowhere. Like comes in so hot. Like I said, he's like a big guy. He grabs both of us on the shoulders. He just goes, guys, I am fucking baked right now. And I look at him, and he's got this red hair, red face, red eyes.
His eyes were so red.
Just everything was red. I was fucking cracking up. I was like, this kid is my favorite person of all time.
Yeah, so we made a new friend this weekend.
Yeah.
We got to find him. So
We gotta find him. He's from Green Lawn or some shit. No.
Oh, Garden City.
Garden City. We gotta hunt
So
him
if you
down.
know a redheaded Pat, we could do a quick Instagram. Maybe we'll post this on Instagram. Hey, Pat, you should be our friend, bro.
Definitely be our friend. We really enjoyed your company.
What was your high of the week?
My high of the week was I microdosed shrooms on Sunday.
Oh!
Yeah, it was fucking great. So I woke up, got an egg sandwich, got a coffee, and was just like, it was so beautiful. I was on the beach, and I was like, I think this is when you just do mushrooms. Like when you're in a situation like this, like it's beautiful outside. The waves were, it was like, everything was just perfect. And I was like, it was like 9 a.m. I wasn't even hungover somehow from the day before. Like it was time to do some mushrooms. So I just did a little bit. I didn't want to get like too wild, you know? So I do a little bit, and I'm waiting for it to kind of kick in. Hour in, I walked like 4.5 miles on the beach. But like I wasn't getting any visuals, but I was just feeling so good.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around, I walked like fucking 2 miles one way. I was just like, I think it might be time to turn around. But instead of turning around, I sat down, I stared at a flock of seagulls for like an hour and a half. I literally sat down and was just like observing this flock of seagulls.
Sure.
They were feeding each other. They were
Yeah.
like eating fish and shit. I was just like, oh, this is fucking great. So as I'm like feeling really nice, I get a text from two people. I get a text from my aunt.
Not who you want on a trip.
Not who you want on a trip, but what did she say, Dylan?
Are you tripping balls?
No, she said, hey, where are you? We're going to be in Long Beach in a little bit. We want to hang out.
No.
And I was like, oh, no.
No.
So then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be running errands for a few hours, but like maybe later. She's like, oh, yeah, okay. So I dodged that bullet. I'm like, I'll get her later.
Yo,
Then-
Auntie, I can't stop looking at these seagulls. I'm fucking busy, dude.
Yeah, I'm super busy, man. writing a paper on these fucking seagulls. So then I get a text from our boy, Anthony Gentili, one of my best friends. And he was just like, yo, man. And Anthony doesn't typically text me at 10:30 in the morning on like a Sunday for nothing. So he was just like, hey, man, what are you up to? I'm like, I just ate breakfast. I'm on mushrooms. I'm like, what does he want on a Sunday morning? And he's like, and I was like, oh, nothing, man. He's just like, you want to hang out? I'm thinking of coming to Long Beach. And I'm like, that one, I was just like, yeah, bro, come on down. Like, get over here. So Anthony came over. I was on mushrooms. He still doesn't know. And
Was that awkward for you? Like, did
No,
you want to tell him?
no, dude, I'm telling you. So I didn't have any psychedelic really effects. I was just feeling really good. And it made me want to be social. Like I was like more than happy to talk to people. I was more than happy to interact. Like
I was more than happy to talk to those seagulls. They were more than happy to talk to me.
That little genie was sick too. He was good conversationalist. But wait, by the way, so backtrack a little bit. Right when I took the mushrooms, I forgot I ate my egg sandwich after I took the mushrooms because I wanted it to be like, you wanted to
involved
dance.
in it. You wanted it to dance in your mouth.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm eating this egg sandwich on a bench, and you've been to the boardwalk. There's like the benches line the entire boardwalk. There's nobody on any bench. Okay? That's not the weird part. Not yet. There's nobody on any bench. This fucking like comic book character old man with like Coke bottle glasses and a huge camera. Like he looked fake. Just sits next to me
Sure
on
you
the
weren't
bench.
having visuals?
That's what
Sits
sits next to me on the bench.
Bro, what? Are you
Dylan,
sure?
Dylan, I'm like, and now I'm like, okay, these mushrooms can't be that strong. They can't possibly be that strong that I just see a man within 20 minutes of taking them. I just see a
Hey
fake
man, are you real?
I'm like, there's no
Don't fuck
fucking
with me
way.
right now, dude.
So he was actually a photographer for like the newspaper, whatever. He was there to cover some shit. I was like,
Did you
whatever.
talk to him?
I talked to him for a little bit, yeah.
You had to.
Yeah, he was there because there was like a gay pride protest because some gay Long Beach residents were upset about something that happened the year before. I didn't really listen that much. I was kind of bugging a little bit, but then I got out of there, so we were good.
Hey man, what are you doing today? Have you heard about the gay pride protest? No man, I'm on shrooms.
Wait, but so the final kicker of this whole thing is like my group chat was popping off, and I didn't fucking answer. And then all of a sudden I asked like a weird question in the group because I was just, feeling weird. And everybody was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why are you being so weird? Like, nobody could drop it that I was being weird in the group chat. And I was just like, I don't know how to explain this right now. Like, I don't know. I didn't think I was being weird. Whatever.
What'd you say?
I said nothing. I just stopped answering again.
No,
So
what'd you say that they said you're being weird?
I asked, we have a big hangout next Friday, all the guys. And I asked why we're not doing it on Saturday because I was just thinking like it's so nice out here. Why don't we chill during the day? And they were just like, "Why are you trying to move it last second?" I was just like, "I don't know. I was just asking." And then they're like, "You're being super sketchy, man." I was just like, "I'm on mushrooms." Like I don't know. And I never told them I was on mushrooms.
Well, the bag's out now.
It was a
Cat's
great
out of the
time.
bag now.
It was definitely my high
Is
of
that
the
that
week.
saying?
Cat's out of the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not listening.
No.
Yeah. I'll tell them.
That's a good time.
But yeah, it was a great time. Great Sunday. Yeah, so I like high and low of the week.
Yeah,
That's
it's good.
fun.
It's good to stay in tune.
Yeah, that was fun.
This might be another low,
Oh no.
but you know that you know my relationship with Instagram. You know I'm not a big. I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
But
you don't enjoy it.
I'm an avid consumer.
You would say you're an addict / begrudging user.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know why this weekend, and I'm just observing. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just observing.
Okay.
But the amount of like Sunday wedding, bachelorette, bachelor, wedding fucking things that happen on Instagram this weekend, I'm like, damn, this is just going to be all this platform is for the next 4 years.
4 years. Yeah, I thought you were going to say for the summer. I was about to be
No,
like, nah, dude. Like,
dude.
we got it. This is the era now.
This is like, I don't know why this weekend specifically. There's so many like engagements, and then there was like you can't, like you're not supposed to throw a wedding, and then if you do throw a wedding, like you might not have been like bragging about it that much, and now it's just all coming up. And
Yep.
it was just so I don't know. I'm not throwing shade. It's just there.
No, it's not shade, but I do think it's a weird. You ever?
It's just so much. I'm
You
like,
ever been at a party?
I'm like, give me something cool. Give me something cool.
Right.
You know, I want some cool shit.
But not only that, like you ever been at a party and something cool is happening and you actually decide to take out your phone, like make an Instagram story and you're like filming something, then you like the second you look back at your phone, you're like doing the caption, tagging people and then posting it. Like every time I've ever done that, the second I go to do that, I'm looking around and I'm like, I am such a fucking douchebag. Like, I'm at a party, and I'm just taking, like, 8 minutes to tag all these dickheads in this video that'll be gone in 24 hours. I'm like, what am I doing? I should be enjoying myself at this party where I am. So my point in bringing that up is, like, is it weird that, like, bachelor / bachelorette parties, mostly bachelorette parties, let's be realistic. I don't think a lot of bachelor parties are just, like, posting shit. I think it's pretty shut your phones off at bachelor parties. But isn't it weird that we're, like, doing it for the 24 hours of like Insta glory?
Yeah.
I don't love that. I'm like, I don't even know if I enjoy things anymore.
I'm trying to look at it not as such a cynic piece of shit.
I know, but that's just the reality. It's like,
Yeah.
can you enjoy it without? Can we fully enjoy it without doing the like social media? Or is that the whole point of it? Is to do it to do
Yeah.
the social media?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, maybe it was the mushrooms. I don't know what it was.
Joe's in a mood. I'll say it. Joe is in a mood tonight.
Yeah, I yelled at Dylan when he walked to my car because he hasn't watched the Alien documentary that I've been asking him
No,
to
you
watch.
first yelled at me because you thought I slept through a train. I get in the car, and Joe's, I think it's all normal. And Joe's, the first thing he says to me, he goes, bro, I just want to say that a train came in 5 minutes ago, and I thought that was the train that you were on. I was like, this fucking asshole fucking slept through the train again, and we're canceling the podcast. I was like, dude, I just got in the car.
In my defense.
My phone was dead.
Okay, that's part of my defense. But
Sure.
more in my defense, Dylan's train that he took they have the board of the arriving trains. His train was not on there. The next train, because that train that I saw came, the next train was 25 minutes later. So I waited like 10 more minutes there at the train station, no Dylan. And I'm like, fucking dickhead fell asleep. Totally fell asleep. He's gone. See ya, podcast. It's over. And I was like ready to just fucking... Because his phone was dead because I texted him, it didn't go through. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill this kid. When he gets home in 2 hours, I'm going to fucking kill him. I was ready. So my bad. I'm in a weird mood today.
It's all right. You did shrooms. Yesterday.
What was I saying? Yeah, so the mushroom. Maybe it's the mushrooms, but like I've been thinking about like what I'm seeing in person versus what I'm seeing when I'm like looking at stories and it almost feels like this is more real than like this. Like I remember this because I'm constantly looking at my phone, but I'm not like registering what's just in front of my face as often as because I'm always on my fucking phone. So my point is, what's up? Do some mushrooms, go outside. Like I am like
the point.
really not getting the whole we're living for the Instagram life as opposed to like living to have a good time.
Yeah, I
know?
think I hear you on that. And the thing with the Instagram stuff is like, it really. Remember when there was a time where people were like not posting on Instagram and like it was like wholesome shit or like political stuff even. Like honestly, like it was the political stuff was more interesting. At least
Right.
there was like you were fucking thinking about
And
stuff.
it was sporadic.
Sporadic.
It was
and
like one long, thoughtful comment.
And
or
this
caption.
past weekend, I was just like, we're so back to the highlight reel Instagram life. Mm-hmm. That is just, it's a highlight reel.
If you think about it, didn't Snapchat
Just a fucking
set
trophy case of your life.
I feel like Snapchat started this whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. Snapchat stories.
Snapchat stories.
Snapchat stories did it.
Snapchat stories, and then Instagram had stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snapchat in general was a crazy concept because it was just like, oh, you could send whatever you wanted. It's gone now. So that opened a floodgate of fucking sexual energy.
Fools for listening to that because you know
yeah.
Obama's got all that. Obama's got all that.
You see, like, leaked Snapchat fucking, who you think's leaking it? Obama's out here like, he does a pretty good Obama laugh.
That wasn't a bad Obama laugh. Was that thing that you the thing on Instagram that you wanted to talk about? Was that a podcast worthy thing?
Oh yeah. So piggybacking off of this, I haven't said this to Dylan yet, but people on Instagram are the worst. And like I'm talking about like living for Instagram is like weird.
I feel like
you
you must have more people living for Instagram that with like Jay Corms
than like BESD
Yeah,
Dylan. Yeah, probably, but right.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
totally.
I'm not
valid.
underbound you or
Yeah,
anything.
judging. No, no, totally true. But so there's this girl. I'm not gonna say names, obviously. There's this girl that I kind of know. I've met her a few times, but like we're not friends. And I do know a girl that was very good friends with her at a time. And recently, this girl was telling me how horrible of a person that girl is. And I always thought she was a nice girl. I just never really spent a lot of time with her. But now when I see what she posts, I'm like, this girl is someone told me she's terrible. So let's see if I could decide she's terrible, you know? So
That's a
you
fun
know,
game.
I think that's healthy. I shouldn't just be like, yeah, you told me she's terrible, you're terrible.
Great game when you're taking a shit at work. You're just like, I'm gonna fucking do some
Who
weird
could I
shit.
decide to hate right now? that's a healthy way to think. Hey, Dr. John! So I just before we started recording, I was flipping through my stories and her fucking story came up. And it was literally a 2-second story. And it just said, guys, I don't know what her dog's name was. Guys, like, so-and-so has cancer, pray for her. That was it. My dog has cancer. pray for her. 2-second story, gone. That was it.
That makes you hate her?
Yeah, but I'll tell you why.
Not say a prayer for her dog, you sick bastard?
I'm saying a prayer for her dog because that's sad. But if you're gonna put your dog's like cancer diagnosis on like social media, one, why are you doing that?
She wants prayers.
She wants attention. Huh, Magoo, dick pics. You Magoo, you're the woat. You want the dick attention. That's dick attention. You want attention, whether it's dick attention or not dick attention. I'm gonna choose to say it's dick attention.
All right.
You want dick attention. That is clear attention grabbing bullshit. It's 1 second. You're not saying like this is, even if you gave me like a long thing like, oh, my dog, like she's been the family dog for like 10 years. She has cancer. We're so sad. Just like she has cancer. Say prayers. 2 seconds gone. What? Your dog deserves more than that. Does your dog not deserve more than that?
Your dog definitely deserves
Bro,
more than
my
2 seconds.
dog-
Montage.
Dude, if Lola got cancer, knock on wood, you wouldn't see me for a year. I'm going on a retreat. I'm not posting a 2-second story. Lola has cancer. So you could follow her cancer journey and I could cry every day. That's insane.
So, okay.
Am I crazy?
That is just a lot to unpack. I'm
Dude,
gonna
now that I said it out loud, I feel a little
I'm
crazy, but I'm living.
I'm gonna recruit Frankie for some help over here. Usually, I'm good at being your shrink, but that feels like a lot.
I'm on board with you there.
Okay,
Right?
okay,
He's a
okay.
twat.
Whoa!
Are we on air? Oh my god.
She's a cankersaw. Oh, shit, right? What a bitch.
All right, fuck it. She sucks.
What a bitch, man.
Damn.
Like, it's just, my point is, you're not putting that up because,
You're looking.
like, for like some good, like, you're putting it up to hear, for feedback.
attention, yeah.
There's no other
Well,
reason.
okay. Yeah, I'll do an example. That's nah.
Your dog didn't even
this
die
feels
yet.
so dark.
She didn't even die yet.
No,
You're
I
getting the
can't do
dog
that
attention.
last one. That's
What are you
way
gonna
too
do?
dark. No, it's way too
I
dark.
just ripped someone I don't even know about, like a wholesome thing they did. I think you could probably say it. Frankie, can you toss me that? I think I need it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
What are you gonna? Can you like?
I'm trying to think of a parallel. I'm trying to think of a parallel to it. No. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Do you remember? I'm trying to get on board with the whole, because Instagram is all just attention. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So it's like how you garner attention. What do you post out there? Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, my goal when I'm posting on Instagram is to like the exchange of medium is to like make you laugh.
Right.
Like almost 100% of the time, I'm trying to make you laugh. Sometimes it's not funny, and sometimes it's a miss. But
What do you
like,
say your hit ratio is?
depends on the time. I feel like of recently we've honestly been batting like 650
I was talking about you specifically.
BESD. If I in the moment 100%. When I look back on it, 0. 100% of the time, every time.
We continue. Sorry, I interrupted. Wait, can we get that on camera? Can we make how many clips do we have of Dylan ripping the jewel? Can we make a montage?
I'm sure you could do
Every
it.
clip.
You definitely could.
Did you see Frankie? He goes, I'm sure you could do it. He's like, I ain't fucking doing it. I'm
So-
not looking through hours of footage.
There was a time where when we were in high school, this is the
Wait,
parallel
whoa,
example.
what the fuck is going? Oh, this is the example. I thought we were talking
This is
about
the parallel example because I saw this thing on Instagram this weekend and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, that is just something I would never fucking post ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like such a personal thing. And I'm just like, I don't even really understand that. And it made me think, I don't want to share that one because I'm not trying to throw shade at that shit.
Right.
I'm trying to think, I'm going to give you the parallel of when we were in high school, this kid who I actually fucking hated died. And
Wait.
we weren't in high school, we were post-college.
Oh, do I know the kid?
Yeah, we went to high school with him.
Frankie, put the fucking camera right on your face.
So
Damn, we gotta cut that shit. Yeah, I saw.
Do you
it
not
again, fuck.
Do you not have a TV? Does that work?
I have a TV.
Yes.
Okay, so when it's on your face, don't do it.
I saw the name. Don't say
Gotcha.
it again. Got it.
So him and his
R.I.P.
boys like started. No, well, not him. He wasn't there.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, continue.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Shit. Him and his boys like made like a Facebook group of like yo, like, we got to throw this epic banger. Like, we got to throw this fucking, and they like started this huge fucking Facebook group to throw this like epic party with, and like they were like huge party kids, and the kid passed away like while they were partying.
He OD'd, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the best way to like
Seems like not the right.
celebrate that. It's this example did not work. I'll say it.
So what was that hit ratio?
Swing and a miss.
Just a bit.
Just a bit outside. But yeah, I totally hear you. Circle back to your thing.
Right.
It took me a second to like kind of put it together, but yeah, it's just like all about how you get attention. And it's like that's a weird, like I never posted about Abuelita dying.
Right. But like I understand when you post when a relative dies. Like I get that. It's like almost like you're paying
Homage.
paying homage to that person, which is I've done it. I get it. But this was like not that. The dog was alive. But think about, by the way, really quick, last thing we'll talk about on social media, but because somebody posted this shit the other day. It's really cool to look back at what Facebook was, because like Facebook wasn't an active. You weren't on Facebook like during parties. You would take a bunch of pictures on like a phone, and then somebody would upload 2,000 pictures from a party, and it was you like doing a keg stand with like your pants around your ankles or something, and you were upset about it being on the internet. But then it was like, haha, it's on the internet. But like you weren't actively partaking in it all the time. Mm-hmm. That was nice. I look back, honestly.
Yeah, but you were still on Facebook constantly.
No, I mean, it's horrible that we would post pictures of our entire party. That was ridiculous. But that was really nice compared to, like, I'm on this shit all the time, filming everything, like, live.
Yeah.
In the moment. Kind of miss that a little bit.
Sure.
But I could do without the party pics. But, you know, I miss it a little bit. But anyway.
So, it's official that Wednesday, now I got to check this, but I'm pretty sure Wednesday, we are able to go social distancing, and New York is going to lift the mask mandate.
So
Which I'll say this, New Yorkers are not fucking ready for.
Not ready. That was exactly what I was going to say. I saw, did you see the Costco? Did you see there's some like child actor that was in LA, and the mandate in LA has also sort of been lifted for vaccinated people, I think. And some like child actor who's older now and not very successful anymore, was filming the Costco employee that was like letting you in with your membership card because he was wearing a mask, and he was berating this Costco employee for wearing a mask and like berating him about like politics, and then screaming like, everybody return your membership cards. Like they don't.
He was a child actor?
He was a child. He's like 40 now. But like, like that's just how this video got so popular, is because he was like sort of has a following of some kind.
Okay.
And but my point in bringing that up
fucking
is
Looney Tune?
It was nuts, dude. It was like a ridiculous. I couldn't.
No one's returning their Costco cards, bro. Costco's the shit.
Costco's the shit.
You ain't changing people's minds
you ever
about
have that cheesy pizza souffle situation that got going on? It's fucking sick. But my point in saying that is like in New York. All right, so the mask mandate's lifted if you're vaccinated. That's dope. It should be. Mm-hmm. But what are you gonna like? Not have a mask on and then like flash your vaccine card to like the crazy like super like liberal person who's like freaking out that you're not wearing a mask when they're like, why aren't you wearing a mask? And you're gonna like, what are you gonna show them?
I think those people that are the people who are like, why are you not wearing a mask? They need to fuck off.
Totally,
it's time.
But they're not gonna just fuck off. They're there.
I think
New York is all those. New York is only those people.
Yeah, but I think they have to. They kind of have to. They can't just start randomly calling out people.
I know, but they're going to.
That would be awesome though, because that's. If you're just like calling out people that like look like Trumpers,
but
because
like,
I've seen a lot of.
Like?
I mean, we can fucking sit there.
What
all
does
day.
a Trumper look like?
There's a very specific stereotype that you could, if you're in New York City, just fucking blindly throw that.
Totally,
you could,
but also
there
not really. You'd be surprised. I feel like
I'll probably get it.
You'd be surprised. Get what?
If I'm walking around in Dwayne Reed, people are gonna
Trumper?
be dirty looks city.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you right now, Trump or no Trump, people are not ready to take their masks off.
Yeah, but they're not.
People are not.
I think people are ready to take their masks off. I just don't think
New Yorkers
people
are not ready to take their masks off.
They're ready to take their masks off, but they're not ready to see other people take their masks off. Like everybody is like begging to take their mask off, but like everybody's also going to have a different reaction to someone not wearing a mask in their presence.
Yeah.
And within that's not like 30 feet away from them.
Well, when you go into like a Dwayne Reed, if the mask mandate's lifted on Wednesday, and I can go into Dwayne Reed without a mask on, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm going in there without a fucking mask on.
Walk right in.
I'm walking right in. And I feel like people are not to that level. And I will, like, if you go in the comment section of, like, when Biden posted, and my mom sent me this too, Biden posted, like, no more, you don't have to wear your mask anymore. People were, like, the first, like, fucking 50 comments in it were like, don't worry, like, President Biden, I'm going to keep my mask on because I don't want people to think that I'm a Republican. And, like, dude, the first, like, and everyone was like, ha, 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 yeah, same. Like, I don't want it. My mom sent me one where it was, like, a TikTok where, like, a woman takes her mask off and we could take it on. And then she was like, but then I realized that if I take my mask off, everyone will realize think I'm a Republican. She puts her mask back on. And I'm like, yo, and I'm like, this is a funny joke. This is the stupidest shit I ever saw.
Is that supposed to be funny?
It's supposed to, dude, people think it's hilarious.
It's the dumbest shit of all time.
People think if you're a liberal that likes to wear a mask, you think that's the funniest joke. I'm not
But
kidding.
like, if you're a liberal who likes to wear a mask, like, you're not funny.
Dude, I told one of my patients that, like, complaining about it. I'm like, yeah, we gotta be, like, pushing to get life back together. Like, I don't want to sit here and just keep, like, sulking in the sorrow. Like, I'm ready to move on with my life. And I told her that. Because we were talking about COVID, and we were talking about it, and I told her that joke, and she started hysterical laughing. And I was like, you thought that was funny? She's like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because people just hate Republicans.
And I was just like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
It's just so weird to me that, like, people will be like, get the vaccine. You have to get the vaccine. It works. The vaccine works. It's safe. It works. And then everybody's like, okay, we'll get the vaccine. And then they get the vaccine, and they're like, well, I got it. I don't have to wear a mask. The CDC says you don't have to. But then they're like, no, you have to. You have to wear a mask. I'm like, but then why are you making me get the vaccine? Like, it works, you said. So, like, why can't I take my mask off if this vaccine works?
It's absurd.
Like, my group chat actually has been popping off about the vaccine lately. And someone, like, when they announced, when the CDC finally said, like, oh, if you got vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. We were all just like, yeah, no fucking, duh. Like, yeah, no shit. And somebody commented in the group, Tommy was just like, wow, guess that means the vaccine's 100% effective now. Fucking yay. Like, making fun of it. It's just like, I don't get, people just aren't thinking when they're speaking. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Then you got the Yankees, where 7 people on the Yankees who were all vaccinated got the fucking virus.
Right.
7?
Yeah.
All vaccinated?
Breakthrough infections, they call it.
Breakthrough. 7 breakthroughs? Suck a dick. What do you mean? What does that even mean?
Well, it's like when you have the flu.
Okay.
You get the flu shot. You can still get the flu.
Yeah, but 7
Dude,
people?
I'm pretty sure if it's spread through the clubhouse. Or
yeah,
maybe
but it shouldn't be as contagious.
But every flu
when
shot
you-
every year is like 70%. This one's supposed to be like
95,
fucking
right.
Dicks.
Maybe
So my point is, if it's 95% effective, how did 7 out of 26 people get it? Or 40 people even?
Maybe they got that.
Like, that's crazy.
Maybe they got the bottom of the barrel batch, dude.
They got no, dude, they're giving the Yankees the fucking top dollar. They're getting the top dollar Pfizer. They're getting the Pfizer Platinum. Pfizer Platinum. Yeah, I mean, I'm just pumped to not have to wear a mask, really.
I wonder if they had symptoms, though, or they just, like, test the Yankees so often.
One of them got bad symptoms. Everybody else was asymptomatic.
What if the entire team was just like, listen, we'll tell them we're doing it, but I heard it takes away from your biceps. Where it's like,
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I was like, yo, honestly, I don't see, like, Gleyber Torres as like a
vaccine guy.
Give me that vaccine kind of a guy. He's just like, fucking, whatever. I got the vaccine. Get out of here. I don't speak no English. Fuck off. Let me make up $2 million per error that I make at shortstop and fuck off. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but,
let me see right here. Major reopening of New York State. Most capacity restrictions lifted. Restaurants, museums, retail, offices. Oh, offices.
Yeah, my office is already, like, ever since the CDC said, we've been kind of like, you know, if you're vaccinated, we know who's vaccinated in our office. We, like, are kind of being a little more lenient. We're still, like, you kind of have the mask with you, but we've been a little lenient for the last week. But I heard
Outdoor food and beverage curfew lifted today, which is lit as hell.
Outdoor food and beverage curfew? Yeah, I mean, the curfew shouldn't have been around.
Dude,
the curfew was, like, the least effective thing of all time. It made no sense.
The curfew is pretty sick.
The curfew.
New York closes at midnight. Now
now it's going to be open.
And it's going to be outdoors.
Yeah.
Outdoors, no.
No, but also indoors.
I know, but outdoors, no. You're just people are going to be, you can go at 4 a.m. There's going to be fucking people running around.
As of Wednesday?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's exciting news.
We're going clubbing Wednesday night.
We should go clubbing.
I bet you Wednesday night's going to be popping off in the city.
I would be down to go out.
Dude, I bet you Long Beach is going to be popping off in the city.
Outdoor gathering
popping up.
limit already increased to 500. Blah, blah, blah.
mean-
Guess who still has to wear masks? Fucking healthcare organizations. How you doing?
Sucks for Dylan.
I guarantee they don't let us take those masks off for all of Joe Biden's fucking...
I hope, honestly.
I'm going to be wearing a mask for the next
I
4
hope.
years.
I really hope you are. I really do.
I switched into I've been wearing the N95s because they were like, please, everyone wear N95s. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going into a surgical. I'm being a rebel.
Yeah, good. Fuck that. You got vaccinated. You're chilling. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Yo, how many fights you think there are going to be in the city? Like verbal and physical on people
Dude,
not wearing masks that
forgot
are
to
like,
tell you.
no, you got to wear one, man.
I
Put
don't-
it on. You're
I've
killing
been.
me.
No one has said I don't ever wear a mask. I got to say, the mask outside, it's becoming way more chill. A lot more people are starting to take their masks off outside. I would say right after the initial, like you could take your mask off outside, it was like 95% were in masks. And right when it was announced, I would say that week it only dropped to like 85%. I would say we're at 65% outside masks are on, 35% are off. So still majority of people have masks on.
That's terrible.
Outside.
Long
Inside,
Beach is different.
once you start going inside and people are not going to have masks on, that's when you're going to run into issues.
Well-
that's when the fights are going to break out because people are not going to be.
That's what's gonna be
People
happening
are not going to
this-
be ready to see me maskless in a Dwayne Reed.
No, they're not.
not going to be ready for
No,
that.
they're not.
They're not. The people are going to start
That's
talking
what I'm
shit.
saying,
I'm
like,
excited.
people are
I gotta
going to
tell
talk
you, dude.
shit.
So I've been just waiting for some. Like when I'm having my mask off, like I don't know if people are actually giving me looks, but I got a feeling they're giving me looks.
You
So
tend
I'm
to
just-
be on the paranoid side.
I'm waiting for someone to say something to me just so I could pop off, and it happened the other day. It wasn't mask related, but
Oh, so you were just popping off. to
well,
pop off.
no, it was. Hold on. So me and Emily came back from Long Beach and we're planning on going to Connecticut. So she went to go get some food, and I like electric city bike to the apartment, grabbed a few things, went back to the train like in under an hour. I grab the city bike out of the station right next to my apartment, make a right on 2nd Avenue into the right lane, and then plan to make a right on 77. So I'm in the lane. There's fucking no cars around. There's like no people around. I'm in the right lane on 2nd Avenue, and there's a guy walking towards me in the street. And he screams at me and points, and he goes, "The bike lane's over there, asshole." And I just scream in his face, "Fuck off!" Like I was like, here's the moment. And I just like burnt. I almost
That was a year of
I almost
aggression.
like screeched to a whole. Like I almost braked because I was just. He's walking up the wrong way in the street, bro. What you talking to me about the bike lane? You're in the fucking road walking.
This is the problem with New
I'm ready.
York people.
Give me
bro.
some people talking
Like,
shit. I'm ready.
yo, what were you doing? Where you saw you on a bike
And you-
got out of your way,
Asshole,
went into
he
the
called
road,
me.
and yelled at you.
No, he was already walking in the road.
You're walking in the road. The sidewalk's over there, bitch boy.
Exactly.
You ever heard of the sidewalk? It's called the sidewalk. It's the walk.
I only had time to say "fuck off," and I screamed it at the top of my lungs. And I have never. I think I turned right onto 72nd. I was just like, "Woo!"
Yeah, you were like, oh my god.
I was so
Oh my
hyped.
god, that felt so good.
Yeah.
Now you're a yell at people guy?
Yo, you got it. You got to yell at people in public.
Dude,
It feels so good. Now I understand those like Karen videos.
so you
People just wanna
understand where
yell.
that guy was coming from then. So now you're like,
I would
Getting
never
it.
be the instigator. I would never be the instigator.
okay.
I'm the guy who's like, you punch me first, and then I'll start punching. That's me. You know what I mean?
That happened to you once.
Yeah,
That's good.
Because
stuff.
that's how you can defend yourself in the court of law. He punched me first. It was self-defense.
Self-defense. So
Exactly.
I murdered him.
He punched me in the face, and I stepped on his throat.
Wait, on the topic of COVID, I want to talk about this Joe Rogan thing
Oh, right.
because it's right up the same alley. So Prince Harry was on Dax Shepard's podcast, and Prince Harry been in the American tabloid / news / public eye for just a little too much.
Just a bit.
Sit the absolute fuck down for a hot second, Mr. Britt.
You just got
we
here, bro.
supported your crazy wife bitching about like your rich family.
Yeah, we were on your
with you.
side.
Yeah,
We were on your side.
We were with you. Take the W.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up.
Also,
So
yeah.
right. So now he's bitching about like the First Amendment and not bitching. Second Amendment. Sorry, freedom of speech, and he was just saying that it's bonkers.
Freedom to bear arms.
No.
Oh, he said it was the
we're
First
talking.
Amendment.
No, the First Amendment. Yeah, First Amendment. Right.
That was First Amendment.
So he said the First Amendment's bonkers, and his example was Joe Rogan. Because about within the last month, Joe Rogan was on his podcast and basically was saying, in a conversation with like a regular guy, not a medical professional, was just like, if someone who's like 21 and healthy asked me and is like working out and to take care of themselves and has no underlying whatever, asked me if I should get the vaccine, I'm going to tell them no, I don't think you need to get it. And then he obviously like followed that up with the, I'm not a doctor, I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just my opinion, whatever.
Yeah.
And fucking what's his name? Harry is like going off on him kind of for saying that, because it's like,
he was saying like the First Amendment is like bonkers and
because it's dangerous and you have a following.
He was telling Joe Rogan, he was like, you have a big following, so you have a responsibility to not spread misinformation, which just is a lot from a dude who just got here, and we don't even.
It's a lot just because he's not spreading misinformation. He's giving you his opinion.
Yeah.
If he was like in a conversation with a doctor and was telling that doctor, no, this is right, you're wrong, that would be a totally different story.
I think he also came out with a statement, was like, yo, my grandparents got the vaccine.
Yeah. He supports the vaccine.
Yeah, he supports the vaccine. He's
Right.
just saying, like, if you're.
But the bigger thing, the thing that like I was thinking about is like, why do we think people are so incompetent that they can't they can't hear information and make their own decision? Like, if you think Joe Rogan is the medical professional you should be listening to above all else, that's your own fucking problem. Like, if that's your like North
your
Star,
go-to,
that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
If you want to take your medical advice from Joe Rogan, okay,
Yeah, whatever.
you're dumb enough to do it, do it. If you want to listen to it for his opinion and then like formulate your own opinion, that's probably what you should do. So why are we so like, we think people are so incompetent that they can't like think for them fucking selves when they hear shit? Like, why are we so afraid that just because Joe Rogan has a lot of followers, even though he's only a UFC announcer and a comedian, like that's what he is, and a podcaster, like, why are we so afraid that he's going to say something that people are going to, that he's going to ruin the world because he's, you know what I mean?
I think
Like,
it's just
what
like,
the fuck?
I think it's just I don't know if it's going to rue the world, or is it more like a move by Prince Harry to try and fucking appease some side that he's trying to garner that audience. Like, Prince Harry's audience is probably the exact opposite of Joe Rogan's audience.
Probably.
So for those reasons, he says some shit like that to try and like get people to be like, yeah, like, why would he say something like that? Because Prince Harry's now going to try and run for president.
I think Prince Harry's just starting his own podcast and he's trying to get Clout City. That's what's happening here. Think about it, bro. He comes out with
Everyone
that
can't keep
bullshit
starting podcasts,
Oprah.
Dude.
I know, we're
How are we
fucked.
supposed to compete with Prince Harry?
I fuck Prince Harry. He's got an annoying accent. He's, he's good looking though. But I mean, think about it. He had the Oprah thing, then he got a Spotify deal. He's got this bullshit on
You got a Spotify deal?
Yeah, him and Meghan Markle had was it a Spotify deal? Right? And Netflix. Spotify and Netflix.
I mean,
he's just trying to pump the clout.
Exactly.
Like, you didn't
He's
have
Terry
enough clout
Crews.
as
He's
the
Terry Crews
prince.
with a porn addiction, dude.
You're the Duke of whatever the fuck. What's his Duke of Sussex or fuck
The Duchess of Sussex.
Duchess of Suck the Dicks or whatever he is. He's famous enough. Like, why do you need to pump up the fucking your clout?
YOLO, dude.
Chill. Also, Dak Shepard. Very impressive that you got Prince Harry on your goddamn podcast.
Yeah, Dak Shepard has some legit.
I
shit.
love Dak Shepard.
He's the shit.
Prince Harry's on my shit list right now, but I love Dak Shepard.
I'm just not really here for Prince Harry coming over here and with Meghan Markle and leaving the royal family and then
talking shit about our First Amendment? Eat a dick.
yeah,
Remember when
I just don't. It's not. It's weird. It's like we're in a dystopian world where like the fucking Prince Harry of Princess Diana's son fucking excommunicated his own family, came over to America, and then is now in beef with Joe Rogan.
Right.
What the fuck is this? Is not
You can't
real.
write- you
How am
can't
I
write
supposed
it.
to go to work tomorrow?
Frankie's about to say
I
some good
agree.
shit. Oh,
No, but
I was
just gonna
excited.
add, like, don't you think, like, in his own head before he said anything at all about like the Constitution of the United States, like, don't you think like you're from, I don't know what the bloodline is exactly, but this entire nation was born to avoid what you guys like, what your
Yeah.
previous like what?
Yeah, like we were trying to fix your fuck ups, man.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Your fucking whole family's like a racist institution. They're like, they don't want your black son to be like royal, and you're talking shit about us talking shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? Handle your own business. Your kid is fucking lost right now. He's broke, you're broke, everybody's confused. Fucking mind your own beeswax. So weird. Does
It's
by the
so
way,
weird.
Does Britain or the UK?
I think-
no. Does Great Britain not have freedom of speech? Like,
don't-
can you
I
get
think
put in
they
jail
have-
for saying like fuck the royal family?
something.
I think you could.
I think you could.
There are like
So
rules
does that
with the
sound
press.
good?
There's like rules with the press. Yeah.
Okay, he said fuck the royal family a month ago. So he executed his executed his right to speak freely. Did he not? Is he in
He
a
spoke
British
freely
jail?
as hell.
Yeah.
He came
Shit.
over to America too and did it in Oprah's backyard.
Oh,
you like speaking
why?
free, didn't
Oh,
you?
You like coming over here and speaking free because your mama go smack that ass if you do it over at home? Shit.
Yo, grandmama, yo mama's.
Oh, yeah, mom's is dead. Sorry. But grandmom's go smack that ass. And your fucking dad with them big ass fucking sausage fingers. You don't want that ring finger on that ass. That's a big ass ring. It's a fucking tire iron, that ring. Oh, man. So fucking dick, Prince Harry. For now. You'll win us back.
He probably will win us back.
He will. I don't hate Prince Harry, but I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I don't like hearing people's opinions sometimes. Say whatever you want, but like
I don't mind hearing people's opinions, but I would say like elite opinions or
Right.
just like super, like you're not of the like what are you doing talking shit like that?
Right.
Where do you fucking come off, guy?
Exactly. He was complaining about not being able to live his free life in his household. Literally to Oprah, he looked like he was going to be brought to tears about how rugged and horrible his life was in the castle. And now he's bitching about the freedom? What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Figure it out. You're welcome. Say thanks to your daddy, America. So I don't know what the fuck I want to even talk about next. I'm fucking feeling good though. I'm grooving right now. I have like juices flowing.
Yeah, let's talk about
It's the
Jeffrey
psilocybin.
Epstein thing because I know you're gonna pop off with that too.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
So Jeffrey Epstein gave advice to Bill Gates about ending his marriage to Melinda, which is an all-time. When I think of who I want my dating advice from, top of the list is Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he did a really good job with his own dating life. Holy shit. My question is, who's distributing this information? You know? Like, who's like...
Who's
Yeah.
getting the report?
Yeah, who's this confidant that was at these meetings with Bill Gates
Well,
and Jeffrey
all
Epstein?
right, take it with a grain of salt. This is something that you would see on like the National Enquirer magazine at like the checkout desk of like the Stop and Shop, and every time
Right.
you're looking at that shit, you're like, where do they fucking get it from? And it was probably from zero, but we're running with it.
Right, it's
that
actually
Bill
funny.
Gates absolutely, because I read the thing and they were like, a spokesperson for Bill Gates denies all of the things previously stated in this. So it's just a
Right.
fucking.
But that's the problem lies within. Within, whatever. The problem is that no one, like in Bill Gates' camp, whether that's true or not, no one's going to be like, oh, yes, that checks out. Like, nobody's going to say, yeah, he actually loved getting dating advice from Jeffrey. Jeffrey was actually a really good listener. Like, nobody's going to
Well, I
do
saw
that.
the thing about the flight logs. He was on the flight logs.
A bunch.
Bill Gates, I think he was it Bill Gates or now I'm all fucked up because we had Bill Gates and John Mulaney, and I just read another John Mulaney thing.
Wait,
and
was John Mulaney
was
on the island?
He
No.
wasn't on the island, no.
No.
But he was hooking up with like strippers and stuff. And
Yeah.
Bill Gates loved strippers and
Oh, yeah. How about the Bill Gates sex party thing that I didn't know about?
Did
Apparently
you guys
he
also
loved
read
that.
about? I think this also came out with the Epstein thing with Microsoft, how he left.
he left Microsoft because
There
He
was
was-
an affair. He was having an affair with like an employee or something.
I gotta say I didn't see Bill Gates as a guy who fucks.
Oh, who fucking
No,
told
me
you
neither.
that guy fucks and it's an act? He puts on the polos.
Frank, yo, honestly,
That
listen.
guy fucks.
Listen,
and
Frankie's very much, and this is a compliment, what I'm about to say. Frankie is our Alex Jones for this reason. Frankie says all this information all the time, and we're always just like, dude, chill. And then like a month, 2 months, a year later, it's like, wait, like 48% of that was 100% true. The rest we're really not sure, but that was fucking, he nailed that one. You're fucking Alex Jones, except way better looking.
Wait, so you knew that Bill Gates the whole time was banging?
Frankie
banging.
said that to us once
well, no,
before.
I was just saying like he acts like he's some geeky like, ooh, like with his hands and shit, and it's just like, this guy's a monster.
Frankie did always say he was like, Frankie had the I don't know the truth of this one. This is where exactly. This is like part of the 48%.
schism.
This is the
Schism.
48%.
This is
I'm
where
not
the
sure.
schism is.
Yeah, this is
Don't get us
58%.
kicked off of YouTube.
I won't. Will I? This was the thing about Microsoft, how he didn't actually create Microsoft, how Frankie was like, no, he's just manipulative.
Oh my God, I gotta say that one day I came over and Frankie was just like, fucking rant. I was like, dude, you lost. I was like with you for a little bit, and you were like, and Mark Zuckerberg didn't invent Facebook, and Bill Gates didn't start Microsoft, and you two are morons. I was like, dude, I'm lost.
I'm playing catch up here. But listen, watch. Who knows? In a year, we'll be recording a podcast, and it'll be like, Mark Zuckerberg did not invent Facebook. Bill Gates did not invent Windows. It was actually fucking Bill Clinton or some shit. I don't know.
No, there was definitely there was a story that came out of like a guy who like a partner who left because he had cancer.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was in the
pretty
doc.
serious, and he basically like kicked him out. But he was the guy who he got the code from for like the original Microsoft like 90 whatever. And yeah, he just ended up kicking him out of the company and taking all his stocks, his stock options, and like dissolving it.
That's not nice.
So
But
You
he
know.
is saving the world.
that's what I'm saying.
I was just waiting for Frankie to look at me. Can I get that ski pop? But yeah, I mean, back to the Epstein giving dating advice to Bill Gates thing. So there's two ways to look at this, I guess. The one way, if he was getting dating advice from Jeffrey Epstein, let's just say that part's true of the story.
Yeah. You imagine they had to do it over dinner. So
they
now we have to imagine Bill Gates and
They're
Jeffrey
best
Epstein as best friends,
Right.
having some chicken parm.
And what do you, if your best friend
Yep.
was just trafficking and banging just loads of underage women, loads of them.
Yeah.
For example, if you were banging and trafficking loads of underage women,
Okay.
and I didn't bang underage women, we couldn't possibly be friends. I certainly wouldn't be coming to you for dating advice. But if I loved banging young kids and trafficking young women, I'd be like, that's the guy I'm getting my advice from because we're boys.
Yeah.
So this didn't work then. So you hear me. You
I
what
hear
I'm
you.
saying.
I hear you.
Your thoughts.
I do think Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein were homies.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
If
I like
Melinda Gates didn't Melinda Gates, wasn't it like one of the more legit facts here was that like Melinda Gates said that alluded to it had something to do with, I feel like that was like an unbiased news source who was like, Melinda Gates in 2019 got rid of Jeffrey Epstein for the purposes of, I'm fucking off today. Got rid of divorced Bill Gates for the purposes of the Jeffrey Epstein
That
meetings.
like that stuff was coming out.
She was like
right.
super not into it, and
Right.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
No, she wasn't.
If in
wrong.
2019 she started doing divorce, and she can kind of see that, like, all right, people are, documentaries are starting to come out, and this and that's starting to
think that's-
happen, and
I think that's what it was. Like, I think that
take them down.
I think that it was like all the Jeffrey Epstein stuff was hearsay because technically it was never publicized. Like all the evidence was never like shown to everybody. So I don't know how much of that information Melinda had access to. So once it becomes public, you're like, oh, you were having dinner with Jeffrey? You're dead
I
to me.
gotta say, dude, it's gonna be a whirlwind turnaround when fucking 70% of the world is vaccinated with Bill Gates' juice, and then it comes out that he was Jeffrey Epstein's butt buddy.
Yeah, you're
That's-
getting Jeffrey Epstein's butt juice.
Gonna suck.
That's going to suck.
That's gonna suck to find out, you know?
But how much of a hand did Bill Gates have in the vaccine production, development, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? A lot, I think, right?
He was there.
He's the one talking about the vaccine mosquito thing. Oh yeah, we didn't verify that. I should have done that research to see if I could find that video.
I mean, if Jeffrey Epstein didn't get taken, Bill Gates, I don't think he's gonna get taken down. Sorry, he's got too much money.
Dude, I do think
Jeffrey
I do
Epstein
think he's
did get
about to-
taken down though.
I don't know if Bill Gates is going to get taken down for like banging underage women or anything like that, but I do think he's too like polished and crystal clean. Like his track record, his slate's too clean. It doesn't make
Once
any
you
sense.
find out that you're boys with Jeffrey Epstein,
That's it.
it makes you think.
Yeah.
Makes you
Like
think
even
a whole lot.
even the Trump thing with Jeffrey Epstein, their relationship was very questionable in the sense of there was a period of time in the early days where they were associated with each other, and then Trump at some point cut him off completely. And people still jump all over Trump in that conversation with like, oh, he was Jeffrey Epstein's like boy, but like there was a timeline where like his relationship with Epstein did end. With Bill Gates, so far I don't see a timeline where he cut it off.
Well, Bill Gates also met with him after the allegations were out.
Right, exactly.
Like a bunch of times.
That's when like his first documented meeting with him was at the mansion. So, you know, makes you think.
Makes you think.
Makes
dude.
you very anxious for the future. I'm excited for
What do you
round 2.
think could actually happen, though? What do you think could happen?
I think that I think I want to know. I want to be able to see the Ghislaine like evidence, and I want to. I know there's pictures. There's more than what we've seen. Tons of pictures and shit. You know, there's more, and you know it's somewhere, and you know someone important has it. So,
Yeah, but is it just...
do you think nothing ever happens to Bill Gates?
Yes.
Honestly, I could see nothing happening.
Nothing
to Bill
happens
Gates.
to him.
I could see nothing happening to Bill Gates.
It's going to get stuck on a Rudy Giuliani laptop.
I could see.
It's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah, they confiscated that shit, buried it. Clinton crime family. We're gonna get fucking canceled, are we? Love it. But I don't know. I could see it going. I could see definitely some stuff coming out about Bill Gates. Whatever, man. I have no allegiance to Bill Gates. If you did fucked up shit, I want it to come out because it's honestly,
The only weird thing that you had with Bill Gates that I've never had is you weirdly loved Bill Gates for a hot sec.
I did. I always loved Bill Gates. Didn't know all this other stuff.
You did. You loved him. Like, I remember
Loved him.
before all this happened, you were like, dude, you gotta watch this documentary on Bill Gates. Like, he just has, like, the most beautiful mind. Like, the guy just works. And I was like, oh, okay, dude. Like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
I basically laid the Netflix propaganda on a plate, cut it with a steak knife, and fucking ate it bite by bite. I was just munching on the propaganda. I was munching on it. I loved it. I ate it up. I was like, Bill Gates is my role model. He's number one.
He was.
He was number one for easily a month.
Yeah.
Maybe two. Right now it's Michael Jordan. So
Nice.
I started watching that shit. 5 eps in. It's sick.
It is sick.
But for a while it was Bill. Bill's mind. It was Bill's brain was the documentary. It was really good. If you want to get off of this and like love Bill Gates, watch that documentary for sure.
It'll bring you back over the other age.
Right.
Let's speak about some more future things that have to happen. You know, there's a lot of things that we're talking about that haven't happened yet that you would want to see happen. There's a lot of balls in the air right now in America.
balls.
A lot of balls in the air in America.
The biggest ball. I know where you're going.
The biggest ball here is that UFOs made it to 60 Minutes. Okay? My parents watch 60 Minutes, so they fucking watch some shit about UFOs. It's on the news. It's on mainstream news.
It has been.
Joe
too.
yelled at me in the car for not watching the documentaries.
Screamed at him.
I'll finally watch the
And I
documentaries
explained-
about the
but I
I'll
explained-
finally do it.
But I explained why I yelled at Dylan, which is this. I am obviously a little bit, I love the alien shit. I love it. And I've watched everything. And I get it. And I'm into it. But when we bring this shit up on the podcast, like I'm talking to I'm talking to like an intelligent kindergartner who's just like, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I feel crazy. I feel
it's
nuts.
it's like for some reason, I don't know why, I just cannot get bought into. I'll watch the documentaries. I'll watch them. But even when I watch alien documentaries, I still sit there and I'm like, until there's aliens or the government's like, even if they were like, they're real. Because I saw something about the Bob Lazar thing. It was like, the things are flying, but it's like, we don't know anything about them. We don't know
We
if
know a
they're-
lot about him.
We don't. Oh, we do.
We know plenty about him.
Oh, okay. What
That's
do
why
we?
you got to watch documentaries.
But that's documentary, I'm saying. Like, I don't watch a documentary and I'm like, okay, like, I 100% believe that.
No. Me neither.
The documentary will be like, oh, look at this document. Google this document. Let's see what this says. It'll point you in directions for sure.
Yeah, so it shows you like FBI, CIA documents explaining like contact with UFOs, what they know about them, acknowledging they're not from Earth, acknowledging that they have no idea about the technology, like none of these countries know about, like, we've confirmed, like they, etc. So like there is a lot that we know, and they also there's been a lot of like firsthand stuff, like the Bob Lazar thing for one, and that Bob Lazar story. His story of like working on the UFOs and they basically, his story was he worked for a facet of Area 51 where they were working on the UFOs to like reverse engineer the technology to like create sustainable energy and like advanced technology. So his story lines up with like a ton of other people who have been through similar things and said similar things. They're all like identical stories and information. It's all like identical. So you can if you have that many people that say the exact same thing, you hear one person say it, you're like, the guy's fucking nuts. But you have like all these different people, and none of them are like profiting off of this information. They're just like getting questions and like answering questions.
I mean,
They're
I'm
not,
with it. I'm with
you know
it
what
that
I'm saying?
it's-
So like then you could kind of start to say, all right, there's truth here. You don't have to be like, oh
So
yeah,
what's
it's
it-
all true.
Okay.
But there's truth here.
UFOs are real
Correct.
as fuck.
Right.
Aliens are real as fuck.
Yeah.
Are they coming?
They're here as fuck.
Are they among us?
Yes. Not like, I
Is
don't know
it
if they're
Mike-
walking around.
Is it Mike Pence?
I don't think it's like that.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is it
Mike Pence.
Inhumans?
I don't know. I've heard
there's
stuff
that
about
Canadian,
that, but I
there's
don't know
that Canadian
about that
congressman
shit.
who said that
That we're all lizards.
no, there's like 10% of the U.S. government is lizard people.
Yeah,
On the record
I don't
saying
buy
that.
that guy.
Okay.
I don't buy that guy.
Do you think that they're lizard people?
No.
Do you know what they look like?
I've heard descriptions of what they
What do they look like?
I've heard like how would you describe an alien?
Exactly that.
Exactly that.
Small body, big head, big eyes.
Exactly that.
Green,
I don't. The color was like kind of ambiguous.
3 fingers.
I don't know about the finger count.
One of those. That's an alien thing.
I feel like they probably have more than that, right? 3
7?
fingers doesn't seem functional.
So they're
What are you gonna do with
here.
3 fingers.
They're among us. We don't know. I missed that one.
Well, I don't know about Among Us, but everything that I've heard, that I've seen, they say that like they visit Earth. Like a lot of people say like, oh, I believe there's life on other planets. I just don't believe they've come to Earth. Like, why would they come here? That we pretty much know they've obviously come here
Okay.
for sure, for certain.
Follow-up question.
Follow-up question.
Would you date one?
No, they seem ugly as hell.
I mean, don't judge a book by its cover. Jesus.
I mean, I'm judging that book by that fucking
You're
cover.
you're a big alien guy. You won't date one.
Absolutely not.
What if she can? What if she
If
or he
she-
can shape into anything you want whenever you want?
Bring them on, baby.
But you have to at all times. But when you sleep, right when you go to sleep, and when you wake up, it's in its
Alien?
purest form. But then as soon as you start going your day,
That's a really, really good question.
where are you at, bro? You love him so much.
I mean, love is a strong word. Intrigued by would be
Okay.
more accurate. I don't know, man. What do you? I don't know. Waking up
I'm
next
engaged.
to a
I don't play the
like.
game.
I don't play that game. Waking up next to. That's. I don't know. I don't know if I could wake up next to one. That's just a rough way to start your day.
It is a
every
rough
day.
way to start your day.
You're like, oh, hey, baby. Oh, like,
Well, dude, Jake Sully fell in love with Zoe Saldana Avatar, and she was like 9 feet tall.
yeah, but she was hot. That was like a hot 9-foot like blue bitch.
Okay, you don't know that they're not gonna be hot though.
But we're assuming the description that I
do
portrayed.
we really think? Okay, all this alien talk. Do you really think the real life aliens that actually come
Yes.
to real life, they look exactly
Yeah.
like we've imagined them?
They're not imagined.
That's honestly one of the biggest
Ready?
hole I've ever
Ready?
seen. Okay,
No,
you have
it's,
an answer?
it's not a hole. Yeah.
Okay.
So Close Encounters of the Third Kind was the Steven Spielberg movie. It was like the original. It was like the first really groundbreaking alien movie. So a lot of the people that I'm talking about, these guys that are like know a ton about UFOs, they all mention like, you know, that movie. Someone in that movie must have worked in, you know, some sort of what?
No, there's an actual scientist who's worked on this shit. I forget his name, but
Right.
he actually disclosed. This apparently is public information. I haven't.
We could probably
looked
Google it.
I haven't looked it up myself yet, but basically, apparently, this government associate disclosed a bunch of documents to Spielberg to help him paint his picture.
Right.
But of real documents, and that guy actually has a cameo at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And you could see him, and you could find his actual, and it's the actual doctor.
And he was like CIA guy. What's up? So that's my point. I don't know what my point was, but all that stuff.
They
was
look
points.
exactly like
Right.
we think they do.
But
Right.
it does make sense, like, to me when I was watching that. They're like, this is what they look like. I'm like, oh, if I were the government, I would have every single Hollywood movie have this cartoon that looks exactly like them, because then when you actually see him, it's like, that's bullshit. It's fucking alien.
Dude, I actually was thinking about this. So,
Or reverse
One-
psychology, we were ready to see it.
oh, maybe. Probably not. I was thinking so one of the arguments, people are always like they're dangerous. Like you got to be afraid of UFOs or of aliens, right? So the technology that if you read about it, like it's just crazy. Like these things go like 40,000 miles an hour. Like it's bananas. So that would mean they're like millions to trillions of years ahead of us evolutionarily and like technologically, all that, right? So I was thinking about this the other day. So you know how like going bald is like an evolutionary thing? Mm-hmm. So what are aliens? They're bald as fuck. They're bald as fuck. That's all I got. That's all I got.
And then you leave me there. That's it.
So we're only like how many? What, a million years into like human existence? Probably not even a million.
You got to workshop.
You
that
give
one.
a trillion
You gotta
more
know- you gotta
years.
workshop.
We're definitely bald. We're certainly bald.
Wait,
In a
so now
million
you're
trillion years?
saying that in a trillion years we ourselves turn into aliens?
No, I'm saying they're just life. They're just beings. They're just like living things. They're just more. They've evolved for a billion more years than us. So if we're losing our hair now, in a million years, no humans will have hair if you just do the math.
I get
Right?
it. Like,
Is that crazy?
I don't know if I know that
when you get,
equation.
That's easy math.
That's definitely not easy math.
That's easy math. We went from hairy gorilla-looking people to this to bald. Billion years.
I'm trying
no
to think,
hair.
like, what are the?
None.
I know there are some traits. There are some traits that are like, oh, this used to be for this, but we don't need that anymore. You
Your
know what I mean?
appendix.
Appendix.
Hair.
Sure. Like, you know, like when you get wet and you get webby. I mean, that's.
Wait,
you need
webby?
that, I guess.
Like
you
when
know,
you get
your hands shrivel
crinkly
up.
fingers.
Well, that's when you lose the oils
Right.
and the water permeates the skin.
right.
Science.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there are definitely things that they're like, oh, that used to be because we needed this. And
I'm just not sure. Is the premise of what we're talking about is that we ourselves will evolutionize into alien-looking creatures?
Yes.
Is what we're saying? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, dude, we started out as what? Homo sapiens? No, Homo erectus, whatever it was. Before Homo erectus, then we were Homo erectus because we stood up. Then we're Homo sapiens. Now we're human beings.
Now we're Homo
Now we're Homo
aliens.
sapiens. Whatever. Like we're not the final form. Like we're gonna evolve more. That will 100% happen.
the heights are.
if we make it that long.
But it's interesting. Like, I feel like the height average has gone up, and
Right.
aliens are small.
That is an interesting part of it.
Okay.
That is an
Are we
interesting
gonna
part
shrink?
of it. We might.
We're gonna go bald and go shrink.
You would think maybe as technology gets better, the use of like
The bodies go less.
body doesn't. You don't need the size. You don't
we
need
get
muscle
smaller
mass.
than Jesus.
Think about now, like nobody, even now, like people don't work out to get jacked anymore. People are like healthy and they want to be healthy, and that's the first step to not being big, muscle bound like Neanderthals. So like that could happen once technology gets crazy and you don't have to do shit. You could totally become like a little dude, species on this planet for sure. Why not?
All right, I'm with it. I
What
don't know.
else you-
I don't
what else
listen.
you got?
I
What
don't
else
know
you got?
anything about aliens. So clearly, you two are the experts. So
I would. Seems like a rough way to use the word expert.
I mean, if I've learned anything today, is that hair doesn't stand a chance in the next million years. Doesn't
They
stand
don't.
a fucking chance.
you think there's gonna be faux hawks in the year 2
Dude,
billion?
doesn't stand a chance.
No shot. There's faux hawks. No fucking shot. So yeah, that's where I stand.
That's fun.
I wrote on here next to the article. I said, "Hey Dylan, watch the docs, you ass clown."
I just don't love, and this is just the thing, so much of the things that like we talk about nowadays, it's all speculative.
yeah,
and
but
I
you have
just
to-
your,
you can
your
speculate
boy
about that stuff.
I don't care about that. I'm not a person who's like don't speculate.
Mm.
I'm like I want some fucking answers guy.
The problem is like nobody.
There's so many mysteries and
right, but the problem
I don't
is
like being held. I don't like a cliffhanger.
they're taboo things. So like people do, like right now, right? Like we're joking around. But like if I was talking to just Frankie, we could probably have such an in-depth, serious conversation about this and like get weird for like several hours.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, when you bring up like shit like this, they just think they're like joke. They like feel almost like embarrassed to like take it seriously.
Sure.
Because it's like a taboo.
It's like you're not working. Fuck off. You know?
Right, but not even that. It's just like, oh, aliens. Like you feel like there's that stigma where it's like you're crazy for talking about that shit seriously. But once that starts to go away, which it is now that in June they're going to be releasing a bunch of stuff and it's 60 minutes, like there's a lot more disclosure going on about it. The Pentagon has said numerous times that they're real. And also, like, people are like...
Breaking the stigma. Normalize talking about aliens in a serious way, Joe.
Yeah,
That's a movement.
it is a movement. I follow a couple Instagram pages like that. I do, I swear to God. They're sick. But
You gotta wear a t-shirt to...
I got to make some... We got to create some alien merch. I want to create some alien merch. I want to be an alien merch guy. What?
Normalize alien talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100%.
I kind of
was
hear
it?
that. I kind of hear that.
I forgot. There was something else I wanted to say, but I lost it. But it's not that.
It would just be devastating if you didn't find out in this lifetime, you know?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, we're gonna find out a lot of stuff in June. But what I was gonna say was a lot of people. So I saw an article recently. One of the docs I watched was basically saying that there's gonna be all this like propaganda, making you want to be afraid of aliens, etc. So then I actually saw an article on Twitter. I think it was New York Post or something, saying that some guy in the government says aliens are real and we should be really concerned and all this shit. And then I think he also was saying, like, it's probably not aliens. Like, it's probably these crafts that we're seeing. Like, you saw the Pentagon video with all the triangle crafts. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
So that was acknowledged by the Pentagon as being real. And they're like, oh, no, it's 100% Vladimir Putin in Russia. And I'm like, dude, if Vladimir Putin had technology like that, you think we would just be like, okay? Like, if that technology was out to get us, like, wouldn't we be just immediately fucked? We'd have no shot.
Yeah, I can't. I
So then
don't
how
get
do-
behind the whole like aliens are real, therefore it's time to get scared because
Yeah,
it's just like, well, they've been real this whole time, and I
Right,
wasn't
they-
scared of them then.
Right. Like,
If
if
they're
they-
gonna come fuck us up, I don't stand a chance.
Right, people have been like seeing them since like 1937. If they took that long to like kill us all, like that just doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job.
It's a slow burn.
Right, really slow burn, you know? So that whole argument I feel like is just out the window. It's if you believe that, I feel like you're dumber than if you believe in aliens are straight up real. you
Yeah.
know? So that's where I'm at. Maybe change the subject. What, Frankie?
I had one thing.
Do it.
The nuke thing.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did this thing on the dock, and it basically like it'll go through the timeline of the first nuke, World War II, and then each nuclear test or any time a nuke has been exploded, and how many sightings of like alien. And it's like
UFC,
as soon as nukes started just destroying people. Sorry, Joe, it's on you.
It's okay. I look sick today.
As soon as nukes started blowing up, like all of a sudden people are like started to see these UFOs. So like a lot of their arguments were, oh, they're trying to tell us to fuck off with the nukes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
so-
good. That's the good alien argument.
Right. So
Right.
there's a law. I forget the name of the law. It's a physics law. And it basically is a theory that says all points in the universe affect all other points. Like everything that happens, like me going like this, affects everything. It's almost like the butterfly effect, but more so like if you think about it that way, it's like it's all space and time affects all space and time, whatever. So if you're blowing up nuclear weapons, we test like thousands of nuclear weapons a year. So if you're blowing up nuclear weapons over our oceans like all year long, like what do you think that could be doing to just the whole universe? Like that amount of energy just getting blasted constantly on this planet is probably fucking radiating through all sorts of space. You know what I'm saying? So there's a huge argument about that being
You
the
boys,
source of our
you
issues.
boys have done some deep diving on this shit, man.
We have a lot of time.
All you need is those 2 documentaries.
All right,
I've
fine.
been begging
And you'll be up
Dylan.
up
I'll
to
watch
speed.
it.
I've been begging you.
I will
man.
absolutely watch it.
I've been begging you. You'll get it. You'll get there.
I kind of want to end there because it's 10 o'clock.
It is late, and we've had a good hour 20.
Yeah.
We've had a good hour 20. What are we missing so far?
The
Dumb
only-
shit.
Yeah, kind of all.
Dumb shit.
We don't need to talk about John Mulaney.
Yeah, dude.
Ellen
I'm ready.
DeGeneres ended her show.
Congrats. Fuck off. Whatever.
Whatever.
Good
toxic
20, 30 years.
workplace. She
Right.
did a weird. She did a weird interview with Katie Couric, I think, and
It was Katie Couric.
I think it was Katie Couric. She did a weird interview with her, and she seemed. It was weird energy, dude.
Who was?
Ellen. Weird energy. It was
Because
very serious.
Nobody's sucking her dick anymore.
Yeah.
Like everybody was sucking Ellen's dick.
Everyone was.
I was sucking Ellen's
It
dick.
just seemed. She seemed so defeated.
The
Right.
best one, she was like, "It's probably because I'm a woman. I'm
Oh,
feeling
that's what she said?
misogynistic." Yeah, something. She said that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Wait. Okay, we can't end yet because I have a comment. Wait, you've had a show for 38 fucking years. What do you mean? Your show's ending because you're a woman? Is that what
She
said?
did say
That can't be what she said.
She said I didn't hear that.
Get it out right now.
Yeah, get the quote. That doesn't make no sense. What do you mean?
But it was, dude, I'm telling that was the energy she was putting out there. Like it wasn't like we had
Like
a good
victim
run.
energy? Like she's getting forced.
Well,
she has no
the-
choice.
Well,
type
Katie
of thing?
Couric did. She literally said, she said and asked her, you know, with all the toxic workplace stuff, like everyone just thinks. She straight up point blank asked her, like, everyone thinks that you're quitting the show because of all this toxic workplace stuff. What do you think about that? And she was just like, no, like I had no idea. Like I don't even really understand it. It all came together in like a span of 4 months. And we weren't in the studio, so like I didn't have a platform to respond. And right when she said that, I was like, dude, you're Ellen DeGeneres. You can come on Instagram in 2 fucking seconds and address that. What are
Literally.
you talking about?
It's
You have
2021.
The biggest platform in the world.
Yeah.
You can't. She was silent, radio silent during that time
Yeah, I wonder why.
because she was guilty.
Guilty as charged.
But she was saying it was like it was too strung together. It was like a takedown job, basically, is what she was saying.
Okay, but it's also been going on for a long time. Like, people have been saying Ellen sucks for years. And you know what I don't get with celebs? And this is a great example of that. Like, when people talk shit about you or say something that's not true, why are we, like, backing into our corner, getting a legal team together, formulating an address, and then coming to, why aren't you just like, yo, candid, like, nah, this didn't happen. Like, whoa, guys, sorry, this is not true. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's not, why are we getting all legal and like, why are we backing into our corner and getting like a team together to formulate a fucking statement?
I
Just
think
fucking talk.
that's like the process. You get your PR team. You got
Okay, but if you have a dick, if you have some balls, just fucking talk. If it's not true, fucking talk. Like, that's dumb. If somebody said some shit that wasn't true about me, I feel like I would not want to do that. I feel like that would make me feel guilty or seem guilty. No?
I'm with it. I just think that's kind of how like things are done. Also, she didn't.
Sure,
I
but
honestly
they don't
think
have
that
to
she
be done that way.
She's
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
She's
You're
she
Ellen.
could. She could.
You're fucking Ellen.
She
Do
probably had
whatever
a
the fuck
lot of
you
people
want.
in her ear though. Also, it probably was fucking true.
I'm sure a lot of it's true. I'm not saying it
Well,
wasn't
also
justified.
there was like people who got her workplace was toxic. Like I think 3 executive producers got fired.
yeah, I mean, she
Like, there
handled
was
that
an-
whole pandemic pretty poorly too.
There was like a bunch of
The
repercussions
Ellen
that
Show.
actually came through.
right.
Will be her last. And Savannah, you flew off to Los Angeles yesterday and sat down with her right after that announcement.
Yeah, and after Ellen taped that emotional monologue,
this
is-
revealing
Well, fuck
to
me.
viewers for the first time that she will be
not
ending
speaking.
her show, I joined her on her set for a
Oh, here we
candid
go.
discussion about that decision.
is
What's been a
Katie Couric.
difficult year for her
Oh, it is
personally
Katie Couric.
and
No,
for
it's
her
not.
show.
Is it? No, it's not.
How did it feel in that moment?
It's not Katie
To
Couric.
say it today?
Yes.
Emotional. Season 19 is going to be my last season. This show has been the greatest experience of my life. And I owe it all to you. Thank you.
I could see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
What was the emotion? Was it relief, joy, sadness?
It's everything. I mean, I think I got choked up on saying that this has been the best experience of my life because it has been.
It's a welcome mat.
The show started 18 years ago. Jennifer Aniston, the first guest.
I don't know if this is-
Celebrities,
Jen
musicians,
Ann was so
kids,
hot,
and
real quick.
animals followed. And for those who
pretty
had
good at
doubted
it.
an openly gay talk show host could succeed, Ellen proved them wrong. Many, many talented and famous people have tried to do this job.
I think they're ignoring the.
Well, yeah, it's the Today Show. They're only gonna hone in on
Oh, that looks like Katie. Couric,
Today Show.
actually.
It does
Right?
go.
She, Katie Couric type.
Looks like a young Katie.
Because I'm
Who
kinda
is
made
it
for
actually?
this.
I don't know her
I was in
name.
the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing the same
Okay,
job.
what if Ellen takes this and just goes like fuck it full savage and then just like turns it she like leans
like
into
a
that
talk shit comic.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That would be pretty epic.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Live your truth.
She just
Here we
comes
go.
She's leaving now because of everything that went on.
If it was why I was quitting, I would have not come back this year. I really did think about not coming back because it did, it was devastating. I am a kind person. I am a person who likes to make people happy. I just kept saying to Portia, I was like, if I was a fan of somebody and even if I loved them, I would think there must be some truth to it because it's not stopping. And then right on the heels of that, I read in the press that there's a toxic work environment, which, I mean, I had no idea, never saw anything that would even point to that.
Did you feel like you were being canceled?
I mean, I really didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. It was too orchestrated. It was too coordinated. And, people get picked on, but for 4 months straight for me, and then for me to read in the press about a toxic work environment when all I've ever heard from every guest that comes on the show is what a happy atmosphere this is and what a happy place it is.
Yeah, not the
There are
custodian.
probably people who are thinking, how could you not know? And if you didn't know, should you have known?
I don't know how I could have known when there's 255 employees here, and there are a lot of different buildings. Unless I literally, stayed here until the last person goes home at night. It is my name on the show, so clearly it affects me.
Yeah, they cut it out.
They cut that out.
And it's funny because when I went to Twitter, there was no results, which is ridiculous. When I put Ellen DeGeneres misogynistic, and then I could get the quote from this article that's playing right now.
Probably Bill Clinton.
It's just like,
Yeah. Ellen, I don't know. Maybe she has a dope comeback.
Maybe I don't know what her next move is, but I'll definitely watch
Yeah, for sure.
whatever her next move is. I'll be paying attention for sure. Maybe she does some celebrity boxing.
Maybe
Looks like she could throw a
Maybe
punch.
she fights Jake Paul.
Dude, I think she could take Jake Paul.
insane.
Two blondes.
Take it
In the-
25
in the
mil
ring?
quick.
She don't need
Jake Paul
25
just
mil.
starts like aggressively shitting on her. and it's-
You, Ellen, I'm calling you out, bitch. I would watch that shit. All right, let's roll. I had a great time.
We did have a good time. Till next week.
Phone home.